Afternoon, Kalpa.
Good afternoon.
Is it Kalpa or Kappa?
Kalpa.
Trying to butcher your name, forgive me for that. Kalpa, you say you're a citizen of this country, correct?
Yes.
Do you have your ID with you?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Are you only a citizen of Kenya or do you have dual citizenship?
I've got dual citizenship.
With which other state?
United Kingdom.
Okay. Camco stainless steel.
Yes.
You're right, correct? Are you the founder of Camco stainless steel?
No, my late father was a founder.
Your late father was the founder?
Yes. And then because he had two businesses running, he decided to give us the company to manage and to look after. And then he transferred his shares to us, saying that I'll give it to you.
Okay. So your father told you he'd give you these shares,
Yes.
and he did give you these shares during his lifetime, correct? Okay. And how was the relationship with your father, you and your father?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Would you say you were close?
Yes, we were close because we've never had issues
Okay.
as such.
What about your other sisters? What was the relationship of Shilpa with your father?
It was good.
What was the relationship of Dinta with your father?
Well, it was good, but they had their
Okay. So those are the only daughters of
three daughters. Yes.
the late father.
Yes.
So your evidence is that the relationship between you and your father was good. The relationship between your sister Shilpa, correct, was good. And the relationship between your father and Dinta was rocky a bit.
Yes.
Correct? Anything noteworthy you can remember between the sisters and the relationship with your father?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Anything that you can remember that is noteworthy, anything that stood out between your father and you and your sisters that was a bit, that you could say is was a bit rocky? Was there anything?
As far as I remember, no. There was once, yes, where. So are you saying between my sisters?
Anything you see when your father was alive?
Yes.
And you say you were close with him. What did you observe the relationship between your father and your other sisters? Is there anything that stood out? Maybe an incident he had with Dinta, an incident he had with yourself, or an incident you had with Shilpa? Anything noteworthy?
I don't think so. I can
You
remember.
don't think so?
I don't remember.
Okay. And you can confirm that the subject will is being contested, correct?
Yes.
I will show you the document. You are a beneficiary in the said will,
Correct.
the third respondent. Is this document familiar with you? This is the succession cause. Your Honor, I'm referring the witness to a replying affidavit authored by herself.
Yes.
Confirm that it is you who authored this affidavit.
Yes, I did.
Affidavit of 87 paragraphs.
Mm-hmm.
Confirm.
Correct.
When is it dated?
11th June 2021.
11th June 2021. Kindly read to the court paragraph 14 and 15.
Oh, between 2017 and 2018, Shilpa took advantage of my parents in due course, took over all my father's assets and estate in the UK.
Okay, hold on there.
Okay.
So it is your affidavit and you're saying that your other sister Shilpa took advantage of your parents, correct?
Yes.
And did what to their assets?
She She took all the funds which were
No, read what you've written.
took over all my father's assets.
Is that something you would ordinarily remember?
Now, yes.
Mm. But you say that Shilpa and your father were good, okay? Read the next paragraph.
Which one? 15.
15.
Shilpa also procured my father to grant her power a power of attorney, which she used to transfer significant assets
Significant.
and deal with my late father's properties and convert into her own name or use.
Is that something you'd recall as
Yes.
significant? Do you know what a power of attorney is?
Yes.
What is a power of attorney?
That he's given the power of handling all the assets.
So you've come here to court as the main complainant, complaining about fraud by one sister who's in the country, correct?
Yes.
And the other sister, while you're in this court, you say was in good standing with your father, correct?
Correct.
And then when you go to the succession matter in the High Court, you say that Shilpa took advantage of my parents. Shilpa also procured my father to grant her a power of attorney.
Mm-hmm.
So you're fighting both sisters in different courts, whichever works conveniently for you, isn't it?
Not conveniently.
But it's convenient.
No,
You're
it's
telling this court.
Yes, I'm saying.
You're telling this court Shilpa was in good terms with your father.
She was.
But you've signed an affidavit that you're not denying, saying that she unfairly took advantage of your father.
She did. Yes, I agree to that.
That is
Thank you.
sufficient.
Yes.
And when did you find out about the will?
Which will?
The contested will. I believe there's only one will.
So, when you say contest,
How many wills did your father have?
He just had one. This one.
That one will. When did you find out about it?
Can you repeat that question again?
When did you find out about your father's will?
When he was in the hospital, when he decided to have a will.
So you did not find it when the lawyers from Dali and Nadma called you and the rest of your family to check on to read the will? When was it? Was it when he was writing that will, or when the lawyers called you to open the will?
Can you repeat that question again?
Which date did you find out about the will of your father? Is it the 5th? Is it the 3rd? Or is it when the lawyers were opening the will to read it?
When they called to say, they asked that he wants a will to be written.
Okay.
The date was on the 3rd.
So by the time these advocates, Dali and Nadma, were calling the family to read the will, you were aware that there was a will that was written, correct?
We both sisters were aware of it.
Which both sisters?
Dinta and myself.
Dinta and yourself. Okay, so you knew about it. And how did you find out about the codicil?
When it was presented in the court, or family court.
This will of your father, you'll allow me to just say him, your father. I cannot, I don't want to disrespect by saying the name inappropriately. The will of your father. It was drafted by which firm of advocates?
Dali and Inamda.
Dali and Inamda. How old was your father at the time of his death?
82.
82. For the 82 years your father was alive, was this the firm of advocates that your father was using, or did he use these advocates only at the time of writing the will?
He only used this at the time of writing.
It needs to come out very clearly from you. Please repeat it.
It was this firm which wrote the will for my dad.
That is the only business this firm of advocates were procured by your father, isn't it?
Correct.
Was there a known law firm that your father was using throughout the course of his businesses? Who are his ordinary client? Who are his ordinary representatives in terms of advocates? Who are his lawyers?
He had, I can't recall the name.
You were close to your father. You were close to your father. You ordinarily should know the lawyers your father was using. Your father was a big businessman in the country.
I'm not going to answer to that question.
It's either you know or you don't know.
I'm not going to answer to that question.
You have to answer my question.
I'm sorry, I'm not aware of that.
Because you're not aware of the answer.
I'm not going
isn't
to,
it?
yes, I'm not going to answer to that question.
Very well. Court has noted. So while you're standing on the dock, you are unable to tell us any advocate that your father used during his lifetime. Correct? Your Honor, perhaps the witness can be guided. Answer the question.
But
Your Honor, perhaps maybe I don't know whether the question is clear to the witness.
I will rephrase it.
Yes, maybe.
I will rephrase it so that it can be as clear as possible. I believe this answer is very pertinent in these proceedings. Your father was a businessman, correct?
yes,
At what age did your father start doing business, if you can remember? How young was he when he started business?
he was in his 20s,
In his
25,
20s.
25, 20s, when he went to India for further studies and he went to,
Okay.
yeah.
So for about 7 decades, this man was conducting businesses. Not just one business, isn't it?
Yeah,
He was a very good businessman,
absolutely,
correct?
absolutely.
And he had many businesses and many bank accounts. And because you've said you were the closest of the girls, and you've said the first accused relationship with the deceased was problematic, and so was the other sister being the first one, did you know any advocates that your father used during his lifetime?
Yes, he's used Harichet.
Harichet?
Yes, he's used Harichet. He's used Ian. I can't remember the firm. I've forgotten the firm's name.
Did he ever use Dali and Inadma advocates except at the time of writing this contested will?
No, he didn't.
No, he did not. Were you ever aware that he did business or sought the services from Gaduria Gademia advocates?
Yes, he did.
He did. So you confirm that Gaduria Gademia advocates is a firm that sounds familiar to you,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Are you aware they're the ones who came up with the codicil?
No.
Are you aware they're the ones who brought the codicil to light?
It was presented by them.
It was presented by
them.
them, so you are aware. Good. Let's talk about the 3rd day of June 2019. You remember that day?
Yeah.
Where were you?
At the hospital.
You were at the hospital. How was your father that day? When if he was in hospital on the 3rd of June, when was he admitted?
He was admitted several times.
This period of June 2019, right before his passing. When was he admitted?
May. It was May, I think 15th or 14th or something like that.
So he was admitted purportedly May all the way to June, correct? And he was discharged on which date? 5th.
3rd.
He was discharged on 3rd.
3rd.
And when is the will dated?
3rd of June. That was signed in the morning.
He was discharged on 3rd of June 2019. And he wrote that will that morning, correct?
Not that morning.
Mhm.
We signed it because how
By we signing it, please describe which people. How many people were there?
the
during
doctors,
signing?
the lawyers,
Mhm.
and
The doctors and these new lawyers who have come up with a will, correct?
yes.
On the 3rd of June 2019, what kind of medication was your father on?
It was morphine.
He was on morphine. What other medication, to the best of your knowledge and memory?
I can't remember.
Can't remember. Are you aware that on that 3rd of July 2019, your father was under strong medication, correct? Extremely strong medication.
No, he was not.
He was not. Morphine is not a strong medication.
I can vouch for it.
Sorry? Have you been administered morphine before?
Yes, I just got my mother-in-law treated just 2 months ago with morphine.
Very well.
Yes.
So according to you, it's not the strongest, correct?
The dose can be strong.
The
but-
dose can be strong.
Yes, the dose can be strong.
The dose. Are you aware your father was on the highest dose recommended in the hospital for the morphine?
I think this is not the right witness to answer to that.
Yora, I have a reason why I'm asking that, and this is cross-exam.
This is not, she's not a medical.
I'm not a medical.
That was the
Not
next
a-
question I was getting to.
And Your Honor, she may not be able to answer the level of dosage that is being administered to the valid father. And Your Honor, for that reason, I'll pray that the council needs to make clarification on that. We shall be bringing it up.
You know, in the evidence of she graphically painted a picture that she's a doctor. In chief, she presented evidence saying her father had no medical capacity, which means she is a medical person. We want to bring it to her that she cannot purport to allude anything medical. That's what my counsel, we are trying to bring out, that she cannot vouch anything medical.
We still stand on our objection. Reason being that, Your Honor, indeed the defense had an objection, they should have raised it at that point when it arose, Your Honor. They cannot now, Your Honor, purport to.
Your Honor, kindly allow her to proceed.
Your Honor, if the objection was not raised when it arose, Your Honor, now we are going into the details of dosage. That never came out in the examination in chief. And for that reason, Your Honor, I feel that we desist, and the court, Your Honor, is that we desist from going into the particulars of the treatment.
Your Honor, with all due respect, I think I am qualified enough to determine how I want to do my cross-exam. It was my choice to either raise an objection when the witness in chief was giving evidence to particulars of being a medical practitioner, when in essence, she is not. And I do believe the questioning is relevant and laying basis for the truth of the matter to be established by this court. May I proceed? Thank you, Your Honor.
Most of that.
First of all, are you a doctor?
No,
You are not a doctor. You'll be loud for the benefit of the second accused who's in court. You're not a doctor. Are you able to comment on the dosage of a patient objectively? Are you able to comment on the dosage of any patient objectively? No, because you're not a doctor, correct?
Correct.
You have confirmed that your father was on morphine on the date this contested bill was drafted and signed, correct?
Right.
Are you aware that he was on the highest dosage of morphine?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure.
I'm not a,
You do not know. Are you aware that your father had medical complications he had more than one medical complication or more than one medical, he was unwell. He had more than one issue, correct?
Yeah.
You're aware. And are you able to tell the court if your father was on any other medication other than morphine at that date?
He was on his normal pills, which were for high
Normal
blood
pills,
pressure,
high blood pressure,
because he was diabetic.
diabetic. Carry on.
As far as I remember, those are the ones.
You've not mentioned morphine and you have confirmed.
Yeah, morphine. Yes, that I mentioned first.
Morphine and other medication, correct?
Yes.
So, with that in mind, that he was on several medication, do you believe that he had capacity to have this will?
Yes.
He had capacity to the
Yes.
best of your knowledge,
Yes.
despite being on that heavy medication.
Correct. Yes. I don't know what the heavy, the dosage was, but yes.
Do you know what capacity is? Do you know what capacity is? Are you able to say whether one has capacity or not?
Yes, he had the capacity. He was talking.
You're
he was,
saying
he-
you're saying it as a daughter, or you're saying it as a person with qualifications of an of
As a
someone
daughter.
who can assess
as a daughter.
as a daughter.
Yes.
So then your analysis may not be correct, isn't it? Is that true? Your analysis may not be correct. Do you have any qualifications to do capacity assessment?
No.
I cannot hear you.
No.
Therefore, you're not qualified to speak on whether anyone has capacity at any given time. Let's look at the will. You said in the codicil, in your exam in chief, it's only benefiting Dinta, isn't it?
Yeah.
And kindly read where it is benefiting Dinta in that codicil.
I've already devolved all my assets and entire estate to my beneficiary during my life and have made adequate arrangements with my wife and my daughter Dinta for settlement of my debts liability, and I have no debt known to be elsewhere.
Show us where in that codicil any asset was given to Dinta. And you can read it in verbatim. Is there any asset that was bequeathed to Dinta according to that codicil? It's yes or no.
He's just mentioned.
Is there any
Is-
asset given to Dinta
No.
in that codicil?
No.
What is she given? What is she given to manage according to the codicil? You can read where Dinta appears
For settlement of my
for settlement
debts
of
and debts and liabilities
my
in
debts
Kenya
and
only.
liabilities. So there is no asset that has been bequeathed to your sister in that codicil, correct?
Correct.
What about your other sister?
No.
She does not feature. Correct? In the succession clauses, these two are similar. What did your sister say about participating in those proceedings?
Which sister?
Shilpa.
That she has got her share of her.
She got her share. She already got her share. That's what she said, right?
Yes.
She said she doesn't want to participate because she was already given what she was given. Correct? And even you were given what you needed to have been given by your father at the time he was alive. Correct?
Correct.
Correct?
No,
No,
I disagree to that.
you disagree to that.
I disagree to that.
When was Kamko given to you?
In 2013,
Was he alive or dead?
he was alive.
Is it by will or by himself during his lifetime?
It was his lifetime.
Yeah. So you were given, and the other sisters were given during their lifetime.
Well,
Let's look at the will. So as far as we're concerned, just so that I don't lose you, the codicil has no provision for Dinta. Let's look at the will. I put it to you that all the paragraphs in the will that was drafted by an unknown advocate of the deceased, everything was given to you according to the will.
everything was given to me.
Yes?
No.
Please read paragraph 5 from this point. All mine.
Wait. To hold in trust for my wife Sudha Gauri Balkrishna Ramji Devani and all my shares registered in my name alone in the company to my daughter Kalpa.
So that's one. That's the first one you've been given, the company.
Yes.
Correct? Next paragraph. Read where it's relevant. We don't waste the court's time. Read from, yeah, you can read it all.
I don't want to waste cost. Here, Kalpa Chandarana holds the trust of my wife.
Kalpa
subject-
Chandarana.
yeah.
Paragraph 7.
The Kilileshwar property.
Kalpa Chandarana, correct?
Correct.
Number 8.
But it was still not given to me. It was under my mom's name.
It's okay.
Everything was under my mom's name.
What I'm saying is, while you're saying the codicil benefits the first accused, in this purported will, you are benefiting from the entire estate of the deceased. You alone, outside your two sisters, correct?
Yeah, Dinta's name is there also.
No, we've not gotten to that. You're going to read to the court what it is that Dinta was gifted. Kindly read. Tell the court what it is she was gifted.
That the titles of my two properties situated in Nyayo Stadium to my daughter Dinta Devani,
Read it in full.
subject to the payment of my estate duty, debts, funeral and testimony expenses, I
Good.
give all my rights and titles in my two properties situated in Nyayo Stadium, Nairobi, to my daughter Dinta Devani.
So she was given what is known to pay for debts, funeral, and testamentary expenses, correct?
Correct.
So she was only given where she has to pay the debts and the funeral expenses, according to the will, correct?
Correct.
And then you are a beneficiary of everything else.
But can I also?
No, you will answer that when you have your chance with the advocate. So in as far as the will and the codicil go, Dinta was handling all the debts, whether they are true or not. In as far as the will and the codicil go, Dinta was to handle funeral expenses and any debts of his estate, correct?
Correct.
Correct. But you're aware nowadays there's something called people do have online meetings. Are you aware? There's the internet now. And so meetings can happen online.
Correct.
Your father was in the UK for a long time, correct?
Correct.
At the time when he was in the UK, who was running the affairs of his company? He was, isn't it?
Yes.
So he could run the affairs of his company in Kenya while in the UK, correct?
But it was through my sister Shilpa, which I've got even I can produce those.
At the time when your father was in the UK, wasn't Shilpa in the UK as well?
She was in the UK.
She was in the UK. So even her, when she was in the UK, she was still running affairs in Kenya, correct?
Shilpa, yes.
Yes. So both your father and your sister could run affairs of their companies in Kenya while being abroad.
Correct.
And the affairs are inclusive and not limited to anything that involves the company,
Correct.
right? Such as minutes. Correct? You say at the time of his death, you were staying in his house.
Yes.
And you're the one who took him to hospital.
Correct.
Do you have any receipts to back up your claim?
Yes. There's a receipt which for receipts for what? For the when
For
taking him.
to hospital?
Yes, I do. There's an evidence of a receipt from.
Yeah, you can show defense. You can show us.
It's the receipt for the hospital where we were taking in the ambulance. These were David, his health insurance.
So it is your evidence that you were spending the last days with your father, correct?
Correct.
And that you were the one who was taking him to hospital, yes?
I took him to the hospital.
You took
Yes.
him to hospital, and you're the one who was making payments.
I wasn't making payments. It was his health insurance, which he was insured by Bupa. That was paid by Bupa. Everything was paid by Bupa.
That is good.
Thank you.
So for the date of 5th of July 2019.
June.
5th of June, sorry, thank you for that. 5th of June 2019. You are with your father the entire 24 hours.
Well, 24 hours, yes. I went with him in the ambulance, was at home, took him to the hospital, got him admitted, called the doctors. The doctors were there, present to get his treatment started, whatever they needed to give him for his painkillers. Yes.
For the 5th. Is the 5th the date he was taken to hospital again?
I was with him.
When was he taken to hospital after he was discharged? He was discharged
On the 3rd. At
on the
home.
3rd.
At home.
He was taken home.
Yes.
And then he was readmitted when?
5th.
On the 5th. The first and the second accused person come to the CR12 of Pelican Science, to the best of your knowledge.
When did they come to?
When did you suspect this fraud that you keep saying of the first and second accused with reference to Pelican Science?
When the codicil, when I started getting the investigation done.
When you started getting the investigation done. At any one point, was Pelican Science, was your sister, the first accused, on the same CR12 as your father with respect to Pelican Science? To the best of your knowledge, of course. Maybe I rephrase it, I can't remember what I said. To the best of your knowledge, do you recall a time, or are you aware of a time when your father's name featured in the CR12 of Pelican, and also Dinta's name featured in the CR12 of Pelican Science?
Which year?
Yeah, are you aware of any
Which
CR12.
year? Which year? Because as
Before
far
he
as I
died.
remember, in his CR12, it was mom and dad, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
Mom and dad did?
no, mom and dad were in on the CR12.
Please confirm from this CR12 I'm showing to you from the BRS that your parents' names are still on it, despite the fact that they are deceased. Do you see your parents' name anywhere?
Yes, I do see that.
Who do you see?
Devani Balkrishna and Sudha Balkrishna Ramji Devani.
The first one is your?
My father, late father and late mother.
And how many shares do they have?
10, well, ordinary A is 10-10 and ordinary B is 50-50.
There you go. In this court is to say that your sister is guilty of fraud and your sister is guilty of fraud, correct?
Correct.
And you confirm there's also an ongoing succession matter
Correct.
where you are the petitioner and she's the objector,
Correct.
correct?
Correct.
Is there any other case that you have between you and any other sister coexisting where you're still fighting with your sister?
With sister.
We've established you have two cases here in Kenya against Dinta.
There's one family and there's one criminal.
What about your other sister? Are you fighting or are you in good terms?
We're not in good terms.
You're not in good terms.
Yeah.
Is there a court case between the two of you?
No.
Please be quiet. Let's go to your statement as I wind up. You wrote a statement at the DCI, correct?
Correct.
And you say that you maintained close contact with your father since he was not in good terms with your sister. Which sister were you talking about?
Dinta.
Dinta, not Shilpa. So which is it? Is it the one who was getting the power of attorney and getting all assets, or Dinta?
Dinta.
Dinta. According to this statement.
Yes, and I can prove it also.
It's okay, you'll give it time. You say in your statement that Dinta forcefully took your mother and insisted that she wanted your mother to stay with her.
Yes.
Was your mother in her right mind when she was living with Dinta?
Perfectly. She was.
Perfectly. Okay. And you also say on page 3 that you established that Dinta had perpetrated fraud against the estate of your father and your mother, and this facilitated your sister to seize all the bank accounts affiliated to your father. How did she seize these accounts? Maybe you can shed light on that.
Well, I can just say, okay, I was not allowed to even communicate with the banks or anything.
So if you're not allowed to communicate with the bank,
After I've got a letter where she tried to get me signed off and tell the bank that I'm no longer a signatory to the bank. I've got that letter also.
which bank account?
I&M Bank.
Which, can you say the account number?
I can't say the account number. I'm unable to remember those account
So
numbers.
she's the one who told the bank to tell you not to access
She
the
sent me a letter to sign it and say, okay, that I'm no longer a signatory to the bank.
No, you're saying when you called the bank, you could not get any information. Do you know what happens to bank accounts when people die?
Yes, they're supposed to be frozen.
They're supposed to be frozen, pending
So
succession.
if it's a company, then the company one runs.
So are you saying that she's accessing their account, she seized the accounts even after your parents died?
Not seized. I'm saying that I was not allowed to communicate with the bank.
Please read your statement on page 3, the last paragraph. It can be shown, but I can show my copy. Read this sentence, this paragraph. You can read it to the court.
I studied that through the codicil, she had perpetrated fraud against the estate of both my father and my mother. This facilitated my sister to seize all bank accounts affiliated to my father and his entire estate.
So you're saying she seized these accounts.
Yeah.
Have you sued the banks?
I won't sue the bank for what? Until the probate is not.
Because why would the bank allow her to access the accounts of deceased people?
Because she presented the CR12 where her name and with her associates, the CR12 was presented. And when I went to the bank to see the bank manager, he mentioned to me that she has presented the CR12, so you're no longer into you cannot access the bank accounts.
So you do say that there were changes that were made to the directorship and shareholding of Pelican Science, correct?
Correct.
Effected on 17th December 2018,
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
Are you that and just to confirm that your parents were alive on 17th December 2018?
Yes, they were in UK.
They were in the UK. So your concern is that how can they change the directorship and the shareholding while in the UK? That's a
Correct.
valid concern you have, correct?
Correct.
Are you aware that your parents indeed cannot do this and this is for the preserve of the registry?
Okay.
Are you aware that it is not themselves who can change this directorship and shareholding?
It's supposed to
But
be
it's
done
the
through a
preserve of the
secretary.
registry,
It's supposed to be
isn't
done
it?
through the secretary, the company secretary.
The company secretary,
Yes.
who was at the time was who?
Ishwar Rao. I've also got their letter also.
Where is it?
I can present it.
When?
Soon, I'll present the letters and all the affidavits.
So you're saying that the directorship and the shareholding of specifically Pelican Science was effected on 17th December 2018, correct? You should talk, the court should be able to hear you.
Yes.
You're answering the court in essence,
Yes.
not me. Yeah, so the changes of directorship and shareholding of Pelican Science was done on 17th December 2018, and your parents were alive, isn't it? At the time, your parents were alive as at 17th December 2018.
They were alive, but
Thank
this.
you. That is all. That is all for cross-exam.